and maybe recalibrate things and kind of, you know, feel that loss early on, it helps out.
Oh, yeah. Weight division, once again, brought to you by Top Shelf Medicinals. Now, ladies and gentlemen, one more time, let's get loud, let's get nuts, and introduce your participants. Fighting out of the Alfred Mills red corner, 6 foot tall, 156 pounds. Comes into tonight's fight with a record of 4 wins and no losses. He represents the West Side Gym. Ladies and gentlemen, fighting out of Alexander, Arkansas, this is Kyle Wiley Coyote Thompson. And his opponent, fighting out of the Extreme Work and Play blue corner. He is a wrestler and freestyle fighter. 5 foot 10 inches tall, 156 pounds. He comes in with tonight's fight with a record of 5 wins and 1 loss. Representing Family Combat, fighting out of Poteau, Oklahoma. He is the human juggernaut, Ross Johnson.
Now, I don't know if you guys at home can hear that as much as me and Keeter here, but I tell you what, they're ready to tear the roof off for Ross Johnson here.
They're ready to go. Looks like Ross Johnson's going to come out orthodox. Thompson's going to come out southpaw.
I don't know if you noticed our ref here, Rocky Demir, kind of went over to Thompson there and wiped some Vaseline off of his shoulder, it looked like.
Well, Thompson's coming out throwing some heavy leather.
Throwing some flashy stuff, landing some good shots. Ooh, Ross Johnson just landed a cracking left hook.
Oh, man, that was tough. You got to wonder, is Thompson actually left-handed, or is he come out southpaw because of the wrestling heritage?
And it could be. You know, a lot of times in wrestling, these guys, they lead with their dominant leg, unlike boxing where your dominant leg would be in the back.
Thompson's going to have to be, Johnson's going to have to be careful throwing those hands and then dropping his hands.
Ross Johnson's kind of keeping his hands low, but Thompson is as well. I don't know if they're doing that to kind of bait each other in. Maybe they're a little comfortable being on that outside, but both of them are throwing some big shots.
Well, a little old school.
So he's going straight to like a wrestling style there. I'm not really sure what he was kind of doing, like a head and arm there. He needs to kind of get back. He's almost in a worse position. He's giving up his back here.
Johnson's going to try to fight up here.
I'd like to see him just stand straight up. I think if he stood straight up, he'd be all right in that position.
He's trying to spin into him here.
And now see, if we were in a cage here, he would be able to use that cage to kind of help him up, but now he doesn't have much to brace on, so he's in a tough position here. He's mounted, and he's stuck right outside that rope there.
You see, Thompson's going to they call a referee position in wrestling. Johnson spinning
Johnson
into
is moving. Johnson just keeps moving, and it works. He moves himself all the way to his feet, and we're back up to a stand-up fight. Both these guys are holding their hands so low. It's just a matter of time before somebody lands a big punch that changes the dynamics of this fight.
Boy, Johnson just took a glancing punch there.
Beautiful left hook.
Johnson
is just swinging, and he gives up a takedown. You know, that's what happens when you tend to land one of those bigger shots. You keep searching for it, and you end up giving up vital takedowns.
You come in out of control.
I'd like to see Ross Johnson here kind of move his hips a little bit. He's kind of facing like maybe a little key lock there, but he's flat on his back. He needs to get to his hip, maybe push a hip away.
You can hear Ross Johnson's corner saying, hey, you got 10 seconds. What a first round. Again, Johnson coming out orthodox. Thompson coming out southpaw. Thompson in the blue, red, white, and blue trunks. Oh,
good straight right.
Nice
followed
straight
up
right.
with a good combo. You see Ross Johnson kind of throwing those looping hooks again. You hear the corner of Johnson kind of telling him, let's get those fakes going on. And
right into a double leg. Almost ended up in the front row there. Demir's going to come in and pull him out of the ropes.
Reminds me of old Pride style. You know, everybody kind of gathers around and doesn't let him fall out.
Yeah. I do like the way they stood him up instead of resetting him in the center of the cage. Again, going back in for a double leg. You see Johnson's trying to pull his leg back out, but man, that's a good wrestling pedigree he's going against.
Thompson's definitely showing that he's the better wrestler. This is the third takedown and third time that he's put himself in a dominant position. Ross is kind of just holding on to his head here. I'm not sure what the strategy is behind that, but he's kind of giving up a little half mount there, kind of exposing his back a little bit, and he needs to let go of the head or he's going to take some damage here.
You see Ross, it looks like Ross may have a little cut under his right eye. You can see some blood there, but I can't see a cut.
Now you got Thompson going ahead and taking straight mount and then ended up in back control. Very, very dominant position.
See Thompson trying to flatten Johnson out. You would certainly expect him to have a good top game. Ross Johnson survival mode. The choke is in.
He's sneaking that under there. Let's see if Ross Johnson can fight the hands and keep battling here.
Johnson looks like he's going to turn into him. He's going to turn into him. Wow, what a turn. What a turn. Ross Johnson has turned into Thompson and is stretching out.
He's not in control yet. You see Thompson still has that leg there, and we're going to figure out another wrestling scramble here. The guy who keeps moving is going to be the guy that ends up on top, and you see Thompson there. He's that man.
He just kept moving. Johnson probably should have stood up.
Big shots out of Thompson.
Man, I'm going to have to say that Ross Johnson may have to put him away in the third.
Submissions. You know, these guys are wearing such small gloves that just one punch can change the dynamic of the fight.
Oh, yeah.
All right,
These little 4-ounce gloves.
Make a noise, round number 3.
Looks like Ross Johnson's trying to line up a spinning back fist. He keeps turning. Oh, nice little hook there.
You got a nice little shot of the sweat coming off of him off that right hook there.
Ross needs to turn into him real quick. He does not need to quit moving. You see Thompson run right to his back. He's got the left underhook with what I always call a break check. He's got a wrist control on the far side. That kind of mount is really tough to beat. Johnson continuing to move. He just guts it out.
If he just continues to move when he gets in those tight grappling situations there, he's going to be okay. But when he seems to settle, that's when Thompson takes advantage.
Looks like he tried to hit a wrestler switch there. I think that's what it was, wrestler switch, where he reaches back and grabs that leg. Johnson just kind of bucks him off.
You see Ross trying to fight off of his knees. I don't advise that. Go ahead and get up to your feet, and then let's see you throw those big looping hooks.
He's got to start scrambling here.
Ooh.
Oh, that choke is in.
You see he popped his head up kind of like a turtle there, and I tell you, Thompson snuck that forearm right under that chin, and I think we're going to see the tap here.
That's pretty tight. Looks like Ross Johnson's turning into him.
He did a phenomenal job there. He's kind of using that area of the boxing ring to his
he did it again.
About 1:15 on the clock.
Rocky's
I don't
looking
know
at stopping
if
this.
Ross is going to make it unless we see some kind of offensive attack out of him. You see the crowd's really starting to stand here. They're really trying to get involved and give Ross a little bit of motivation to maybe get up to his feet.
You can see the experience with Rocky Demir looking up at the clock saying, how much time is this kid going to have to take this kind of beating before he stops? He finally stops it. I think you'll see the doctor come in and check on Ross Johnson. I bet he gets a yellow slip too.
You see Ross, he immediately contests the stoppage with Rocky, but I tell you,
it's a good stoppage.
I have to agree. It definitely could have been stopped. He was definitely landing some good shots, and he put him in a position to where he wasn't able to do much.
When you have that kind of wrestling base, I mean, once he gets that kind of control, man, it is tough to shake. You can see Ross is upset that there's no shame in getting out wrestled by.
It's part of the sport.
Yeah, I mean,
there's always going to be a winner. There's always going to be a loser, and you know that when
you get in there,
you make that walk.
Sure.
Westside MMA was the better fighter tonight.
Well, this kid is what, 20 years old, I think he said?
I think so.
Ross is what, 18?
19 or 20.
18, is he 19 or 20? I couldn't remember exactly how old he is. I mean, both of them are very young guys and clearly are skilled wrestlers.
Both of them obviously have bright futures in the sport if they stick
I can't
with
wait to see it happen.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give both these fighters a big round of applause. Good sign of sportsmanship right there. Here is your official result. Referee Rocky DeVere stops the fight at 2 minutes, 12 seconds in the third round. Your winner by technical knockout out of the Alpha